All right, welcome everybody. This is episode 15 of The Ring. We've been grinding up, quick recap, we've been grinding up some resources. We launched some rockets. We did a super thingy. We did a couple sulfur runs. Oh, we're already back up to a bunch of resources again. Ooh, if I can click. Yeah, I really like 7 days. 7 days is one of my favorites. Planet Crafter is one of my favorites. 7 days is one of my favorites. I think they're in the cliff. What's in the cliff? The other resources that we missed? Could be. All right, we need to dump our goods here. We got crop. Give me that. Dump that. And then we need sulfur for the rest. Cool. Look at all those goodies. I love it. And then trade you. And then we need... Oh, not you. We need water and we need... Oh, we have silicon. I was about to say, we need water and silicon. I went, I don't have any silicon. No, we do. We're good. We're good. Okay. Get some bioplastic going here. I am on the verge, though, of redoing my audio mic again. Listening to it, it's a little more... I don't know how to describe it. It's like I'm talking while yawning. That's kind of how it sounds to me when I listen to my voice on currently. It's not bad. Like, it's fairly clear, but it's still a little funky, you know? All right, so we need 5 of you. Oh. We need another... Whoops. We need another one of you. Like that. Okay. And then we need a round of super, which we don't have. Okay. So we need 2 of everything. How are we doing? 350. Oop. We're up to 350 on our terraforming. Okay, so that should be 5. So we have 5 more rockets. We do not have the super, though, to launch it. We do have the resources for it. Okay. Whoops. See, this is why I want the auto crafter. I want the auto crafter so I can just tell it to make it, and then I don't have to keep arguing with how much is in my inventory as I do it. There we go. But yeah, we definitely want more rockets. And just terraforming, just increasing the terraforming in general through the rockets is really good. It's a modifier that you don't have to pay for with with power and scaling later. So like you can have 1 tier 5 and then have 1,000 rockets launched, and it's the exact same power versus 1,000 tier 5 drills and 1 rocket launch. You know what I mean? The rocket launching scales up your progression really well. And it doesn't cost you energy or resources beyond the initial investment. So it's very, very easy. Okay, so we got all that. That's enough for 5 more rockets. How are we doing? Oh, we need iridium. Okay, so most of it needs to be silicon. That's at least 2 silicon. Crap, I need a bunch of silicon. We might have to do a silicon run again real quick. Oh well, it's okay. We're good for the resources anyway. Whoa. Oh, it's an iron. Okay. I had 1 hand on the keyboard and 1 hand on my Red Bull. There we go. Oh, I was about to say, what is that? It is a glowing chunk of ground. It is a single iridium. It's cool though, we'll take it. I'll need to come through here and do a cobalt run too soon, because there's a crap ton of cobalt that's just abandoned there. Oh golly, we're gonna have so many rockets. Yeah, this playthrough is going to be very rocket heavy, out of necessity to make up the difference. It's going to be so expensive to keep up with the terraforming. And I'm not gonna lie, depending on how it plays though, I might see about I might see about setting all future playthroughs at like 90% terraforming instead of 100. Because one of my playthroughs, I increased the terraforming level, and then one of them this one now I've decreased, and then the rest were all normal, I believe. But I might look to decreasing it to 90% for all future ones. But we'll see. Like I've said in the past, I'm not a huge fan of the playthroughs that run for like 50, 60, 70 episodes. Partly just because it takes forever to do them. Because if you figure 60 episodes, right? That's 2 months per playthrough. So for you guys to watch a single playthrough would be 2 months worth of me posting videos for a single playthrough. If I'm launching 2 videos a day, then it's 30, but that's still a long time, you know? Although, something else I was looking at, the random resources, the random ore spawn resources, that might be my next playthrough. The random starting resources. And realistically, I was thinking about that. The random ore split, no, that's what I was just talking about. That'll probably be the next playthrough. The random ores. If you guys remind me, if I don't forget, that could be the next playthrough. It is one that I'm excited to do. I did sit down and like play the first like hour or 2 of it just to see like how it went. And what it basically turns into is your wrecks are your primary resources early on because everything is limited. So it's like your chests and especially your ships is where you get the majority of your basic resources. Best case scenario, you get like iron and super as 2 of the resources that spawn. That's best case scenario. Iridium's another one. So if you have like iridium, best case scenario would be like iridium, super, uranium. So iridium, uranium, super, and iron. I think those 4 are the best case, and then you just collect the rest from the chests. I think that's best case scenario. For some reason, I usually have zeolite as one of my basic resources that spawns, which is really obnoxious because it's not used until like 2/3 of the way through the game, and then when you do, you need like almost none. So, okay, so real quick here, let's see how we're doing. Are those all pressure, the ones that I've been launching? Definitely. We're at 93,000. 93,000. It's good though, because we need the tier 2 extractor. Also, just having that high will greatly increase the terraforming index as general. It's fun but can be grindy like I had cobalt obsidian swapped and I heavily relied on ship looting. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, dump you 2. Take that. Take those 2. Okay, so right now we need to let these storms do their thing. In fact, while we're waiting, let's do a round of collecting here. We're kind of on the boring, grindy bit before we get to go do something fun. Because, like, I'm straight up though, I'm seriously considering waiting to 750 before I do any more shipwreck looting. At least 750. Because at that point I can then get super rods from the wrecks and the chests. And those are both so incredibly powerful and useful at this stage of the game that it's like worth waiting. Eggplants. Are there more eggplants ready? No. Okay, let's turn what we have here. Uno mas. Okay, there we go. And then dump the rest of the sulfur. We need osmium. That's one of our bottlenecks right now. We need osmium so that we can throw down more tier 4 drills. So here's where we're at. Where we're at game wise is we need a tier 2 drill on osmium. That is priority number 1. We need a osmium. We also need a super drill or 2. Super drills are not I don't know. They are super valuable, but at the same time, they're also not. They are because they save a lot of the other grindies, but at the same time, though, they're so darn far away from here that we would have to dedicate like 2 or 3 massive trips each time to be able to get any value out of it. One of the options, though, is you take a chest full of super, or a chest full of aluminum. So you take like a full backpack's worth of aluminum and put it in one of these tier 2 lockers at the super cave with the tier 2 extractors. So you have one of these full of aluminum, and then you slap down an auto crafter and tell it to make super, and then it'll just suck up a bunch of the excess resources for you, so that when you show up to collect it, you have less to either throw away or pack home, because then you'll double up on how much super you're getting. Okay, we're at 400. How is our storms going? There's no way we're done. There we go. I was gonna say, we're gonna be here a minute. So in the meantime, what can we work on while we're waiting? Super is out. We don't have enough silicon or iron to really make any more super. Hang on. How much are you guys? You take super. Dang. If you didn't take super, we could throw down a bunch more of you because we have all of the fertilizer too. Do I have enough for, say, 4? No, we don't. Okay. The problem is the way the meteors seem to work is if I leave, the meteors will continue to fall around me as I move away, and then it widens my area that I have to clean up after. So I don't want to... That's one of the reasons why I'm not worried about getting hit by a meteor. I'm worried about moving where the meteors land, because then it's a wider area to clean up after, and it's just wasting time at that point. Okay, let's do this so we can try and get two more of the tier 2 flower spreaders going, because we need more super. Ooh, we're actually through all of our aluminum. Look at that. Okay, we need 3. And we need... Oof, we're out of water. Funny enough, though, 3 water collectors seems to be not bad for one player at this stage of the game. Like, that's not bad. We are keeping up with most of what we're doing. Let's come in here, grab 2 more super. Legendary. Legendary? Golden. I was like, neither of those are correct. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. More flower spreaders. 1 and... Come on. 2. 1 there. Oop. 1 there. There we go. That should help oxygen a lot. Okay, let's check over here. Oop, somebody's messaging me. Okay, so heat is still going up very slowly. Who is messaging me? Oh, I'm about to have an Amazon package delivered. Nice. Hey, we're speeding our way towards the tier 2 ore extractor, so that's good. How is this going? We're up to 21 out of 80, but like we said, we have to reach the incubator, which is 5 GTI. So that's going to be a minute. Oxygen, we're actually getting fairly close to the tier 4 heaters, which I'm very excited for. I really want to break down all of this and then throw down like 2 of the big heaters instead. Stick 2 like tier 4s over there and call it a day. Okay, water. Dump the water. We're almost done. Just waiting for the rest of the meteors to hit. We can do a massive round and get a bajillion iridium rods. 1 for super and 1 for super rods. Yeah, something like that. The main issue, though, is we don't have the technology for super rods yet. That is part of what we're waiting for. The super rods is at 750 and we're at 429. So that's one of the things we're waiting on. As soon as we get that, we'll be able to expand on. There isn't really a reason to do lake water collectors at this stage. I could, but there isn't really a reason. Was that our house? Oh, yeah, that was us. We had a package delivered. All right. Well, I have to wait a second anyway. Of course it's for me. All right. I'm going to run downstairs and grab my package real quick. And then I'll be right back. I have to wait a second anyway because I've got a ton more meteors coming down. Berlios is like, who's at the door? Okay, I'll be right back. I need to take that out.
You got another one?
Yeah. Well, mine's really old and it's starting to, the sound is a little blown out when I use it. And this is the next model up. Same, it's not the same manufacturer, but it's the next one up from the one. And it was like 65% off or something. I figured if they're going to give me a good deal, I'll buy one. All right. I'm spending all my money. Yeah. Not all of it, just some of it. I've been careful. There's a lot of other things I could have been buying that I wasn't buying, so I had a little excess to work with. Which is good. Okay, I was about to say, there should be... I can't see. The good thing I have this extremely useful flashlight. Okay, where the heck? Oh, they're down here. I was like, where? I don't see anything. See, that's what we call a thumbnail right there. Okay. The nice thing is once you get onto like 2 or 3 of the major, what are those called? Adventures? Once you get to 2 or 3 of the major like excursions where you have to like travel to really far parts of the world, those are like, so like right now, like we're waiting on terraforming. If you fly halfway across the map, by the time you fly all the way over there, do what you're doing and get back, you're up like 200-300 on the MTI, you know? Yeah, these rocks are so weird. These like shelves. Look at this. Oh my gosh, hang on. I'm trying to get like the... Like that's a thumbnail right there, right? The problem is I say that and then I always forget to go back and like flip it later. 2 more. All right. And the key thing here is we're kind of building back our stockpile because we had so much iridium that we used on rockets. And so by calling in that many more, ooh, there's a thingy floating in the sky. Ooh, there's a lot of thingies floating in the sky. Holy smokes. Okay, dump everything. Tally ho, we need more. You hope to see me hit 750 this VOD? 750 what? Man's throwing numbers and I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, that's done. I need to check and see if any of the rocks landed up there. That's why I have a permanent ladder. Permanent staircase going up there. Wow, nothing. Usually there's at least one or two of them that hit right up there. Absolutely wild. Let's see here. $750. I don't know what you're talking about, $750. I don't know. I was about to say, we're about full. Wowzers, look at how many more is out there. It's all speckled and glowy. Oh, there's a handsome Berlioz asleep behind me. Okay, we need more iridium. Dump iridium. Thought I had enough for two. Oh, I'm off by one. Ah! That one, that one. Wowzers. Got my finger in my eyeball. Yeah, look at this. It's beautiful. We have so much ore that we've called down. Ooh, that one. Holy smokes. See, this is what happens when you launch 5 rockets at a time. You end up with these massive just piles of resources just everywhere. Full inventory again. Good golly, Miss Molly. I love the meteors that hit the ring and then just like free float above the ring. Just makes a massive mess, you know? Okay. Yeah. Being able to launch a massive wave of rockets like that too and just have a like completely fill up a stockpile of resources is very nice. That's usually what happens with the uranium. The uranium doesn't get used very much. Like as soon as you hit the higher tier of power, usually you're done. You use almost no uranium until you hit like the pulsar quartz and stuff like that, automating pulsar quartz. So it's always really funny because like you'll launch a crap ton of rockets and you'll have an entire chest full of uranium rods and it just sits there. There's all these rods and they're not being used for anything. And the amount that you get back versus the amount you spend to launch is like really, really good there. Because if you think about it, a single rocket costs 2, oh my gosh. A single rocket costs 2 uranium, but costs 9 iridium. So a single meteor coming down with uranium will give you 5. So that's 2.5 rockets per meteor of uranium. But iridium, it takes 1.5 meteors of iridium to then launch another rocket to get iridium. So you get the return on, the return on iridium versus uranium is so different. There we go. The uranium is such a better deal, you know. Let's see, how are we doing? I think we're just, oh golly. Duh. I was like, we're almost done, but we're not even close. So many resources here. What time? Come on. Yeah, as far as like the 7 Days to Die stuff like that, there's a lot of games like 7 Days to Die that I would totally do more playthroughs in as well. Like I would do a Sniper Elite 5 playthrough. I would do a Assassin's Creed Origins playthrough. Origins was my favorite. I loved Origins. It was so good. Keep some iridium for explosive powder. You'll need it for the tier 5 feeders. Yeah, we'll need some soon. Ooh, full again. The other thing you have to remember though is we have our recycler. So even if we end up with way too many, even if we completely fill it with rods, we can always tear some down later if we need it. That's the beauty, is it's a exact ratio return, so it's like 9 in, 9 out. So if you need to tear it down, you can, and you don't lose any resources in the process. Okay, iridium. We're so close. We're almost there. Trying to get everything all cleaned up, you know? Oh, you were talking about 750 on the terraforming index. That's what you were talking about. Hoping I hit 750 this video. This VOD, we should hit the 750 MTI. Well, we'll see. What are we at? Oh, maybe not. We'll definitely get it next episode, but we might not have time to do it this episode. Or this VOD. Because I do have to get off soonish. I have work. And I have like 2 or 3 little chores I wanted to get done before I headed out. How are we doing time-wise? 2:30. Trying to see if I need to hop off after this episode or if I can go one more. Because we've got 4 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left on this VOD. And then... or 3.5 minutes left on this video or episode. And then we've got... that'd put me close to 3. Realistically, I should probably end after this one. I don't want to, but I probably should. That would be the more responsible answer. We didn't do any exploring, but as soon as we hit 750, which will be next VOD... let's see here, what's today? Friday? There is a chance that I might play this tomorrow as well, because I usually try to get so far ahead, and on this one I could do that, because the idea would be I'd probably do this today and tomorrow, and then Monday morning I would probably try to do Minecraft, and then Sunday night I might see about doing some 7 days. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, we got a little bit of aluminum, a little bit of cobalt. Ooh, that's all the iron we have. Silicon, titanium, iridium. Okay. Sweet. Cool, look at that. A ton of iridium banked up. That's super good. Uranium, we're doing all right. We still... the key one is the osmium. We need the osmium. How are we doing? We're up to 535. We are going up quite fast. 93,000 on pressure. If we could get a single... what are we at? 128.5. I don't think we have time for anything else. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a small excursion. You do 1 stream a day. What do you do? And then... what do you like to play but haven't posted on YouTube yet besides Halo 1? I like to do RimWorld. I like to do Halo. I like to do Sniper Elite 5. Basically, if you look at my YouTube channel header, all of the videos, all of the game pictures that I have across the top, those are all of my primary games. Those are all the games I like to play. I'm actually going to start heading towards the White Desert, I think. Because there's at least a couple things in the White Desert I could start working on. But yeah, if you check out my YouTube header, or my banner, I just barely redid that banner, and I did a banner for every game that I like to play. All the main ones that I like to play. And some of those I do multiplayer, some of them I do single player. I know people really, really like watching multiplayer. My group comes and goes heavily is the issue. Usually we have time to play, but on rare occasion we, like right now it's been a dry spell where people have been busy. Generally around the holidays people are busy, so I can't get quite as many. I need titanium. and a silicon. Ooh, titanium. Yeah,